It's Gorman in the morning with Fletcher and Ryder. Now, 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. This is Minnesota's 92 KQRS. Good Monday morning. It is November the 3rd. Very happy to get the week up and running. I'm alongside Paul Fletcher.
Good morning. Happy Monday. Yippity, 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 yippity.
Ryder.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's what I'm talking about.
There we go, on the road.
Man, when I say I'm alongside Paul Fletcher, that's a force of habit. I'm looking at Paul Fletcher on a video as I am with Ryder. I'm in Indiana.
Yeah,
what
baby.
the hell am I doing in Indiana?
It sounds
Go
like
figure.
you're in Indiana.
It does. Glad to know. Glad to know. You know what? Let's just bring it back up north to Minnesota. I'm feeling Minnesota, which is a friendly way of saying, Paul Fletcher, please, some headlines, sir.
Alrighty then. After a warm October, a mild start to November is not going to last long if new model runs are right. They're saying cold air in Siberia is going to make its way here and set up for a decent, quote unquote, wintry type storm by mid-November.
Okay.
You sounded like you were doing the sounds of winter.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm good with that.
Absolutely.
It's like a vocal warm-up.
Yeah, very good. I love it. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says travelers should brace for longer airport delays as the government shutdown drags on. Air traffic controllers have gone weeks without pay. In fact, major airlines are now calling on Congress to end the shutdown and pay them. Major hubs like Newark and Dallas have already seen hours-long backups. Duffy says the government won't compromise safety, but admits the situation could worsen ahead of the busy Thanksgiving rush. We are now in historic grounds for the shutdown.
Unbelievable.
It really is. Hey, at least you're touring by bus.
Yeah, and make no mistake, I was in Nashville over the weekend actually rehearsing and whatnot, and they had a shutdown there, and I happened to know a few people who were trying to get out of town yesterday, and they were in really bad moods.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Can only imagine.
let's get it together, everybody. Whoever's out there, whoever the sound of my voice, if I can penetrate into your consciousness, get your head out of your six, and let's get this over with.
Get your head out of your six. I love that. Alice Cooper and Chris Angel are teaming up for a special Las Vegas show titled Welcome to Our Nightmare. It's going to go down in March of 2026. It'll take place on March 6th and 7th, actually, at the Chris Angel Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. The show promises a unique experience described as a theatrical visual feast that will destroy your mind, combining the talents of both artists.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, Alice Cooper and Chris Angel probably could destroy your mind.
There's always a market for any idea. Someone wants to have their mind destroyed.
Am I the only one that watched the Chris Angel show back in the day, thought it was pretty cool, and is blown away that he's got his own theater in Vegas? I'm not saying that he didn't show promise or whatever, but it blows my mind that guy has, basically become a staple in Vegas.
I've missed the entire train ride here. It's a name I see. Never saw the show.
Gotcha.
But it's never too late to jump on board, I guess.
No, go get your mind destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about destroying them, I could use some files deleted from my brain. So if this is gonna go a long way towards clearing out some space, I'm all for it.
Daylight saving time ended this weekend. Even though technology handles most of the actual clock changing these days, most of us are completely over it. 54% of Americans would love to see the time changing nixed for good. In a poll 3 weeks ago, only 12% support the current clock changing system.
Yeah, I honestly, at this point, don't care which we go with. I mean, but leave it. Just, I think where we are now should be the one. Just go with this standard time and keep it there. But honestly, if we move the clocks forward in March or April, whenever that happens, and then said, okay, now we're never going to touch it again, I will adapt and adjust accordingly. I just don't want to change it ever again.
Yeah.
But we're not doing this for March or April or November right now. We do the clock change for those amazing 2 to 3 weeks at the end of June, beginning of July, where the sun is up until 9 o'clock and everything's amazing. And we do it for the 2 to 3 weeks in December and January, where we don't want sunrise to be at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's too late.
That's why we stick with the winter, because we can have the sun go down at 8:15 instead of 9:15 in the summer.
In the summer?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Sure.
No, and I even go to bed that early. But man, those summer nights when you got the fire pit going and the beers in the backyard, it's pretty freaking great.
Summer nights, you sound like Olivia Newton-John. What's going on right now?
We got to keep doing the change, or else you're really going to mess things up.
All right.
Trust me. Trust me.
Ryder's in the 12%.
I am. Passionately.
Fair enough, man. That's like a punk rock 12% right there. I like that vim and vigor this early in the morning.
Well, I'll tell you what. We've actually got all bases covered because Steve, you say let's pick one and stick with that. Ryder's all for, and I'm totally indifferent. I'm totally indifferent. I really don't care. I'll keep changing if I have to. I really don't care. Marjorie Johnson, a staple of Robbinsdale and the Minnesota State Fair, has passed away. Best known as the Blue Ribbon Baker for winning more than 2,500 baking medals at the State Fair. She was 106 years old.
Man.
Jeez.
Nice work.
I knew she was up there. I didn't know it was quite that far up there. That is a wonderful run, Margaret. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah, not
106.
bad.
Man.
Yeah. There are plenty of repercussions from the government shutdown, and visitors to national parks will notice one in the public restrooms. Many across the U.S. haven't been cleaned since the government shutdown began like a month ago. So the facilities are overflowing and they're extra stinky. Some parks, such as Rock Creek in Washington, D.C., have set up porta-johns. Sanitation crews from the National Park Service are among the 9,000 plus of the agency's 14,500 employees that are furloughed.
All right, time out. And I know you don't have the answer to this, but we don't have money to pay people to clean the bathrooms. How do we get monies for porta potties? They ain't free.
That's very true.
They're probably donating them out of the kindness of their hearts.
Well, that is very nice of them.
The answer, as always, kickbacks. I don't see the breadcrumbs myself, but I imagine it looks like a family circus cartoon trying to follow the money. But yeah, kickbacks, always the answer.
Okay.
I like it. A farm in England has gone all out to celebrate the late Ozzy Osbourne. The Prince of Darkness was honored by Sunnyfields Farm in Southampton, England, as they arranged hundreds of pumpkins and squashes into a mosaic of Ozzy. It spans 2,281 square feet, broke the Guinness World Record. The mosaic was unveiled at a ceremony with Sharon and Kelly actually taking part. And if you'd like to see said mosaic, it's massive, head over to our Instagram and Facebook at 92KQRS.
It's pretty impressive, I gotta say. If you just took a glance at it, you would know exactly who it is. You wouldn't have to be told.
Yeah.
That to me means good job.
Yeah,
you tell me you're going to put a few 100,000 pumpkins into the shape of a human being, and I know who it is at first glance.
Yeah,
that's genius stuff right there.
Good enough for a Guinness World Record. A team of physicists has concluded that we are not living in a computer simulation. While they didn't figure out exactly what's going on here or why we are here, the researchers did figure out, supposedly, that we're not living in the Matrix because the math behind reality, the math behind reality is too complex for any computer to replicate. It seems we are indeed real, so we've got that going for us. I'm really not sure if this is good news or not.
Okay, first things first. I know why we're all here. We're here to rock.
That's
Hell
right.
Yeah.
That's pretty basic stuff. I imagine being the guy who someone says, "So what do you do for a living?" And you go, "I do things like determine that we're not living in a simulation."
Yeah.
Like, really, that's your job. Congratulations for having the dumbest job I've ever heard of in my life.
Okay, listen. This is exactly what they would say to us if we were, in fact, living in the Matrix. So I'm no more convinced than I have ever been right now that we are, in fact, in a simulation.
Just as skeptical.
Yes.
I see.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to argue that point. Thanks, Ryder.
Yeah. Thank you for dousing those flames.
Here I was feeling really good about being a fully sentient being of my own, plan. Like I've charted my own course in this life, and I've picked myself up, and didn't take no for an answer. And it's like the trials and trouble, and then it turns out no, it's not. I'm just a character on someone else's computer game. Thanks, Ryder.
I want to just tell you though, your pixels are of the highest quality.
I do what I can. All right, let's talk sports, shall we?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
How about the Minnesota Vikings ending that 5-game losing streak against Detroit? They are at 500, a game nobody expected to see them win. In fact, it was the largest underdog line in KOC's coaching tenure. The Vikings, with J.J. McCarthy, went to the state of Michigan, and J.J. McCarthy in the state of Michigan plays pretty good football.
Yeah.
It was kind of an astonishing thing to see. Clearly, the 5 weeks staying back on the sideline, holding a clipboard, pretty good for young McCarthy. A brilliant first quarter, got a little hazy in the second quarter, third quarter up and down, but then down the stretch when he needed it, he focused and got the job done. J.J. McCarthy, midway through the third period, after already throwing for 2 touchdowns, the team is up 17-14, and he decides, I'll just take care of this myself.
McCarthy in trouble again. Looking, thinking about running, going to try for it. McCarthy in! Touchdown, Minnesota!
Wow.
A bad knee and a bad ankle, and the kid still moves around pretty well right now.
He did.
Even more importantly, a few minutes later, midway through the fourth quarter, Lions down 7, line up for a field goal that has major implications at the end of the game, and this goes down.
Kick is blocked. It is picked up by Minnesota, too. It looks like Isaiah Rodgers, who already has 2 touchdowns on defense on the year, picks it up, big return in Minnesota. What a play.
Levi Drake Rodriguez got all of a hand on that ball. It was as if the ball was engineered to go straight to him. And then, as you heard, Isaiah Rodgers picked it up and ran very, very far back down the field. A huge win that nobody saw coming. J.J. McCarthy threw for 2 touchdowns, ran for a score, and he's the first player in NFL history, as crazy as this sounds, with at least 2 touchdown passes and 1 rushing touchdown in 2 of his first 3 games.
Wow. That's cool.
I mean, he engineered a crazy comeback against Chicago with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. He played horribly against Atlanta, and then he goes out there and does it yesterday. What we've learned is this ain't going to be no merry-round. J.J. McCarthy's clearly a roller coaster. Strap in, Vikings fans.
Well, that makes more fun, perhaps, you know?
Yeah.
It'll be fun to check in with Sam Ekstrom, see what he thought of the game later this week.
I was nervous about you, Ryder. Are we okay over there?
Yeah, okay, so here was the deal. We talked a little bit last week about how Mr. Ryder put up this secret date and wouldn't tell me what it was.
Yeah.
And I was convinced I wouldn't get to watch the game. So what the date actually was is they do a Vikings watch party on the 50th story of the IDS building. You can, see the entire metro area pretty much. They've got the projection TVs. So despite the loss, I still had a blast watching the game from the 50th floor of the IDS. With somebody else buying all the beers.
Yeah, that's the IDS building, or as Lions fans were calling it yesterday, the IBS building. Rough day. Sorry about that.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're midway through a season in which, hey, by the way, let's talk about something we can all agree on that was beautiful. The Packers lost at home to Carolina.
Oh, hell yeah.
What?
Come on, baby.
That was hilarious. The Timberwolves got off the schneid Saturday in Charlotte. Julius Randle had 30. First time they've won without Ant-Man. Thank you, gentlemen. The Dodgers somehow won 2 games in Toronto over the weekend to go back-to-back. First World Series back-to-back since those damn Yankees of the earlier part of the century.
Yeah.
The Dodgers, that's their second straight. Will Smith hit the game-winning home run in the 11th inning for L.A. This is 6 straight World Series rings for Will Smith.
Are you serious?
Well, the Will Smith of the L.A. Dodgers won it in 20, 24, and 25. There's a relief pitcher named Will Smith who bounced around. He won with the Braves in 21, the Astros in 22, and the Rangers in 23.
Wow.
A relief pitcher won 3 in a row for 3 different teams, and his namesake now has 3 in 6 years with the Dodgers. It's a good time to be named Will Smith. Big Lake. What's up, Big Lake?
Hell yeah,
Spot
Big
to be
Lake.
from.
Come on, man. Big
Nice Lake. They could also name the town Nice Lake. I mean, Big Lake works, but it's a nice lake.
It's a nice Monday morning is what it is. We got to put together a Monday morning mixtape. I am on the road. I'm in Indianapolis. Howl Owl Howl, my new band. We play our first show tonight.
Oh boy.
Oh boy! So let's put together a Monday morning mixtape. How about songs about bands on tour? 651-989-ROCK. Let's load us up a midweek mixtape.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning. Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Monday morning, therefore, this would be the time to put together a Monday morning mixtape. Any songs you want to throw to the Luther Westside Volkswagen talk and text line, 651-989-ROCK. Today's mixtape, songs about bands on tour. There have been a few written over the years. You know what they say? Write what you know.
That's right.
That's an old one and a good one.
Has Howl Owl Howl written a song about being on tour yet, or is that coming on the second go around?
No, we wrote it yesterday on the road. We're working on it right now on
that
the way.
Checks
It was
out.
It's day one, and here we go. That's how the song starts. It's day one. We're in Tennessee. Now we're in Kentucky. Now we're in Indiana. It was great. We just detailed different things we saw. No, of course we don't have a song about being on the road.
I was going to say, you could write a song about being on the road these days and call it God, I'm Old.
Believe me. Believe me. We did. It's been really great. We've had a few great days. Actually, working very hard, very diligently, in the way that only seasoned veterans will do. I was laughing about just how pathetic looking back at rehearsals in the 90s when you're just you're really just hanging out. We'll get around to it.
Yeah.
That's what the first show's for. No, we dialed it in. We're ready to roll. So maybe someone will write a song about us being on the road in the next couple weeks. You guys are welcome to jump in there and start putting together some lyrics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that, Ryder.
If I'm going to suggest songs about bands on tour, artists on the road, Ryder, I'm sure there's some punk gem I've never heard of that comes to mind in your world.
I think you have heard of this one. It would be the Goats touring song, Motorhead, with We Are the Road Crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty great. There's
ears bleed.
There's pretty much always a Lemmy answer for every question.
Yeah, for the most part.
I guarantee. I would be willing to bet you that if we thought about it, we could come up with a song about ending this government shutdown that Lemmy has touched upon somewhere. There's a lyric somewhere in Motorhead's catalog that would explain it very, very well. Fletcher, what comes to mind? Anything?
My guys, the Beastie Boys, they knocked one out of the park. Fell asleep, late night train ride back to New York from a gig in Philly, and this song was the aftermath.
Oh, it happens. Happens.
I mean, it's, we've talked about it extensively, I feel like, since April. The earlier Beastie Boys, not as good as later Beastie Boys. I don't think anyway, but this one's still a jam.
Wait, when did we talk about this? Early Beastie Boys are freaking great, man.
All the Beastie Boys are great, but they get better with age. They're like a fine wine, if you will.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn is an amazing pick, though. Nice work.
It is a jam. Thank you.
Yes.
It does the job. 651-989-ROCK. Let us know what you think. Songs about bands on the road. As I am on the road, starting tonight in Indianapolis for the next couple weeks, my band Howl Owl Howl out playing gigs. Let's look at the mixtape, shall we, Ryder?
Steve, do you have people opening for you, or is this an evening with Howl Owl Howl?
There are no openers. It's just straight up, we're going to walk out there and plug in and see what happens.
Dude, the elder millennials and up just got real excited to hear that.
Yeah.
We want to do some rocking and get to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, 8 p.m. downbeat, man. We're not messing around.
There ain't no Axl Rose here.
Shoot, not a chance. In fact, I think tonight is 7:30. It's even earlier because it's a Monday night. And it's a Monday night in Indiana, which means 7:30 apparently.
What are the kids, how many minutes of Howl Owl Howl do the kids get for their ticket?
That's a great question. We'll find out tonight. Hey, man, listen, this is all art as it happens. It's a work in progress.
That's cool,
we're not flying blind, but we're as interested as everybody else is to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will there be an encore? And if there is, will it be a spontaneous one?
I'll leave it at that. Honestly, we're just going to get in there, get a little sweat flowing, get to know our buddies in Indianapolis, and then we will all unravel it together. Okay. My first thought when Ryder said, let's do a mixtape about bands on tour, it's an old staple, but it's just the first thing that came to mind. And, of course, I don't like to overthink these things. I go right to the loadout, Jackson Browne. A staple, a song really about the roadies, the road crew.
Right.
Giving a little love. Giving love to the people who actually work for a living on tour.
Sure.
Tony submitted this one as well, so props to Tony on that.
Oh, he was one of many. Very popular pick.
Many venues in America, when you walk in, you'll see a piece of paper on the wall with a very famous quote from Henry Rollins. Which is kind of similar. He says, this is what it says, and you'll see this posted in dressing rooms. Listen to the stage manager. Get on stage when they tell you to. No one has time for rock star BS. None of the techs backstage care if you're David Bowie or the Milkman. If you act like a jerk, they are unimpressed with the infantile display that you might think comes with your dubious status. They were there hours before you building the stage. They will be there hours after you tearing it down. They should get your salary, and you should get theirs.
Wow.
And, of course, any self-respecting rock musician immediately takes that piece of paper and tears it into small pieces and leaves it on the floor for the local crew guy to have to clean up. But I totally agree with the sentiment. But get it out of my face.
Oh, man.
Just saying.
92 KQRS.
Monday morning mixtape. Let's see who made the cut. Today's mixtape, we're talking about songs about bands on the road. Side A. We got to lead it off with a whole lot of people. Tony, Alex, many more chimed in. In fact, it was the first one that came to my mind. Jackson Browne, The Loadout.
Okay.
Little tip of the cap to the road crew.
Yeah, you got to love that.
Oh,
Doesn't happen.
Man.
Doesn't happen without the blue collar.
No, the road crew, it's like the heart and soul of every tour. And, I can never remember guys' names. But listen, that doesn't mean I don't respect the work they do.
I know you know their face. I know you know their faces immediately, right?
Always.
Always, yeah.
No. That one dude that was working on my drums for all those years, he was awesome.
Wow. Shots
a man we called Herr Noodles, if you must know the truth.
Yeah.
Up next on the list, Jock in Tampa suggested Band on the Run by Wings. We're going to allow it. It does have the word band and the word run in the title. It kind of more sounds like guys trying to get out of jail and, going on it's like a crime syndicate or something. But you know what? I'm not going to nitpick.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know what? We got a bunch of texts for that too. I didn't get names because I kind of discounted it. But since you're the grand poobah, if you say we allow it, we allow it.
Was this, and I might be misremembering this, but was this not sort of inspired by McCartney getting busted for drugs at one point traveling? Or no, totally very unrelated.
Well, it was before. I think he had been busted maybe in Sweden on the road before the song was written, maybe after, but definitely this is years before the big famous Japan bust.
Oh,
so could have been one of the many other times he was traveling with marijuana across international borders.
It wasn't just the one time?
No. You can't tell a Beatle no. Tubby weighed in with Bob Seger's classic Turn the Page, of course.
Quite honestly, about 855 people weighed in with Turn the Page.
Yeah.
But
it's all about that. It's all about that sax.
That's 100%.
This song is so saxy. Fletcher kicked things off. First segment, he went straight to Beastie Boys. No sleep till Brooklyn.
Yeah, buddy. Catching a nap on the train from Philly back to New York. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, infallible. It works.
Yeah, it does. God, I love those guys.
Yeah. Side B, let's load up the second side of the mixtape. I can't believe this didn't even occur to me. Tracy came in strong with Grand Funk Railroad's We're an American Band.
Yeah.
My God, there's kind of like they cornered the market with this one for a few years.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't write a song about being on the road. Grand Funk Railroad already did that. That's how that was going.
Solid utilization of the cowbell, too. You can never go wrong with cowbell.
I believe shouts out the most famous groupie of all time.
Oh.
Is it not?
Sweet Connie. Yes, indeed. From Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, nice.
Jim weighed in with not Seeger's Turn the Page, but Metallica's Seeger's Turn the Page, which is kind of like Ruth's Chris's Steakhouse. Sure. Metallica's Seeger's Turn the Page.
I like this version without the saxiness, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Metallica knocked this one out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. No. Nothing wrong with that at all. Chris in Bloomington. Wow, Triumph Suitcase Blues.
Nice pull.
Okay.
Deep cut.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
Okay, again, judge's decision. Brad came in with Rush's Fly By Night. If I'm not mistaken, this is more about Neil Peart going to London and trying to... Yeah, leaving home, trying to make a go of it as a musician in England, and then flying back to Canada with his tail tucked between his legs because the English were like, way too much Tom work, dude. Move along. But the Canadians were ready to receive him back with welcome arms. But you know what? I'm not gonna pick nits here. It's always good to hear a little Rush in the morning. And then finally, let's wrap it up. David came in with Motorhead's The Road Crew. I believe Ryder also had a similar
horns up
mindset. Dang, straight horns up. Horns up as if to suggest they could ever be down.
Right.
That's right.
And I think Lemmy, wasn't he on Hendrix's road crew at some point?
At one point, I believe he did earn a few stripes, made a few bones on the Hendrix road crew.
Yeah, so the man knows.
Yeah. God, he certainly does know that.
Between Motorhead's crew, I should say Run, and him being on the crew of Jimmy, I mean, think of the stories that Lemmy had. Just unfreaking real.
Had a few. He earned every one of those wrinkles, man.
What a life,
Make no mistake about it.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Gorman in the morning, Minnesota's 92 KQRS. It is Monday. It is November the 3rd. I'm in Indiana.
Yes, you are.
There, I said it. I'm in the wrong city that ends with Appolis today.
That's fair.
Just saying. So, among other things, we are putting together a Monday morning mixtape. The songs, or I should say the theme of today's mixtape, songs about bands on the road. You can load those up at 651-989-ROCK. But I do want to touch on something else. A study from the United Kingdom, because as we've learned many times over and over and over on this show, is we're not allowed to have nice things. A study has found that sleeping with a nightlight, not an overhead light, not a lamp, but even just a small nightlight can be really bad for your heart once you are older than the age of 40.
That's interesting.
We're all still just cavemen looking for the darkest cave we can find.
That's right.
People who have the darkest bedrooms have the lowest risk of heart attack and stroke, according to a new study from the United Kingdom. People who sleep with a nightlight or with the TV on, you have a up to 20% higher risk for both heart attack and stroke. Come on, seriously. Now, this isn't a problem for me because I like a very dark room.
Same.
But at the same time, I can fall asleep with the lights on. I fall asleep with the TV on sometimes. It happens. Not that often, but I've certainly spent a lot of time in my life falling asleep in all sorts of bizarre situations. So, but now, so they had 90,000 people. They put sensors on their wrist, and it tracked all the light levels around them, and specifically looking at how dark their bedrooms are while they were asleep.
Okay.
And the people who slept in total darkness have much less likelihood of heart issues as they age. This study's obviously been going on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Really?
But 90,000 people. I mean, normally these polls are, 2,000 people. So that's a lot of people and probably over a lot of years. So I don't know, lend some credibility to the information we're getting.
Are you two sleeping in total darkness, or are you opening yourselves up to heart attacks and strokes and junk like that?
I am, for the most part, doing as dark. I get it as dark as I can.
Okay.
And if I find myself in a place, I mean, I was in a hotel room last night. It could only get so dark.
Yeah.
Because it had one of those curtains that no matter what, it wouldn't shut and stay shut.
Right.
And there's a street light, but it didn't bother me. I was like, oh, that's, it's like I'm thinking about it for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I like to be sleeping in a room that is very cool. I'll take a room that's 60 degrees if I can get it. I don't like to blast the AC, but like in the winter, I like a nice cold room.
Yep.
Okay.
And I like it very, very dark. Ryder, what's your story?
Okay, wait. Do you go as far as to put the blindfold on? Are you going that crazy? All right.
I've had those. I had one before. I had an eye thing that I would put on, and I wore it. I would use it like on a plane, and it was mostly just to make sure nobody would talk to me or mess with me and all that. But I was always very aware of it. Like I can't wear jewelry at all. Like I can't wear a watch. I'm so aware of when things are on me.
Yeah.
Like that, and so I never got used to the eye mask. I never gave it enough of a try. What are you? Are you in a dark room, Ryder?
I try my best, but like people are still up and moving around my house when I'm going to bed. So the lights are on in the hallways. Sometimes somebody will come in and watch some TV as I'm falling asleep.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Wow.
We'll see.
If a little bit of light adds 20% risk of heart attack or stroke, the room I sleep in, I should live to be 285.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's as dark as I can't see the hand in front of my face most of the time.
Do you have the room darkening shades?
No, we're hillbillies, man. We got black towels over the windows.
You put towels over your windows?
We have blinds, the proper blinds. Those are closed, and then we have towels over that. Okay. Maybe someday we'll get proper shades, but you know what? We were, there came a day where I found out I was going to be getting up at 3:45 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't mess around with shades. We just went and got some towels and put them up.
Okay,
it's dark.
Here's a fun fact I learned. It's two-pronged. One, aluminum foil. If you want to cut that into the size of your windows and tape it in, you want to talk about cutting out all light. It is an incredible blackener. However, the other thing is, if you do that, somebody standing outside your house looks at your foiled up windows and assumes it's a crack house.
Yeah,
right.
You look like a loony.
Those two things go together. It's just like bing, bang, boom every time. However, boy, you can't get a room any blacker than one that's been foiled out.
But see, the foil wouldn't work for us because we do like to have the windows open from time to time in the bedroom, especially like these fall days. I once read, and maybe I'm a crazy person, but I once read that 45 degrees is the perfect sleep temperature for a human being, for the brain. And so we will crack it when it's like 40-something overnight.
Yeah, that might have been Celsius, bud. That's a little too cold. That's a little too cold for the human brain. Something tells me. Maybe. I don't know. If it was me anyway. 651-989-ROCK is the talk and text line. Are we nuts? I mean, do you need it pitch black? Do you like a little light? Do you like a little sound on? We are discussing the fact that, man, oh man, sleeping with the light on will kill you. A study in the United Kingdom, 90,000 adults wore sensors that tracked light levels around them, and the people who had lights on, night lights, even TVs, as they aged over 40 years old, it increased the likelihood of heart attack and stroke. So basically the lesson is, man, get it black and keep it black. Sleep in the dark. Yow. 651-989-ROCK is the talk and text line. And I am just going to, I did just see one. I'm going to jump in and just read this to you. Hey, tell Steve, use the hotel hangers to clip the curtain shut. Trust me, well aware of that one. There was a gap that no hanger was able to reconcile. Believe me, that's one of the first ones you get. Is I've never hung a pair of pants on those hangers in my life, but I've closed a lot of hotel curtains. Fletcher.
Ray says, I need to sleep with white noise and air circulation, so a fan works great. I can't do music because I can air jam every instrument known on demand. And he can't fight it. So if he can't put on the music for that. That's from Ray.
My son sleeps with a fan on, and it's both. It's a little bit of air. He's got a little box fan you plug in, and it's the sound of that fan, and then just the idea that some air is moving, whether it's on him or not. And he came around to that one on his own in like 8th grade, and I was like, yeah, you don't want to need that sound of that fan your whole life. But he does, and now, of course, he has a phone that has white noise apps, and he's just fine.
Yeah, I've got a buddy who did that. He would, when I lived in Omaha, he would come down and he would bring a stupid fan with him. Like, you're just a tool.
Yeah, that's tough.
It is.
Yeah, no, I mean, when Connell was born, we were early days. We would go out of our way to make sure it was really quiet and dark and perfect for him to go to sleep. And my brother Jim's wife, Bev, my sister-in-law, one day, she's like, hey, knock that off. Just let him fall. If your baby can fall asleep in a loud room, you got a happy baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, of course. She goes, no, you're going to ruin that kid if you set it up perfectly. And really great advice. And by the time Marley was born, we just left her alone. We let her fend for herself on everything. She had to feed herself when she was 3 months old. I mean, we took it hardcore. Second baby, you're like, you just throw them out there in the bathwater and they figure it out.
She turned out like she turned out like Ryder. Ryder can apparently fall asleep in anything. I mean,
pretty much, yeah.
I want to go back. So I want to go back because we talked about pure darkness, and you said there's lights on. There's sometimes TVs come on because other people in the house are awake. Yeah. Does that disrupt your sleep?
No, I don't. No, once I'm out, I'm out. Wow. Sometimes I have trouble falling asleep. But yeah, you could drive a tractor trailer through the first floor of my house, and I would not wake up.
Wow.
Yeah, my wife's jealous. The same. She doesn't fall. I fall asleep very easily, but then I will wake up. I've lost a sensational amount of my hearing, but I will hear a pin drop when I'm sound asleep. I'm still on Sentry alert, apparently, at all times. But my wife will struggle to fall asleep, but once she's out, forget it. I get up in the mornings now. I don't even try to be quiet, or I just go about my entire morning routine, and she does not hear a thing.
So jealous.
How are you sleeping on the bus, or are you guys doing fancy hotels?
It's a combination. Depends on the schedule of each day. On the bus yesterday, and there's nothing better than bus sleep, by the way. I mean, that's one thing. Oh, my God.
Joke?
Forget. Yeah, I have 100%. Well, if you're not claustrophobic. There are people who cannot get into a bunk on a bus, and it freaks them out. For me, no. I mean, we had a day drive yesterday, middle of the afternoon, watching football, all talking, blah, blah, blah. And 2 hours in, I'm just on a bus, and so therefore I have to go take a nap. Climbed in the bunk, man. I am in a coma. It's the best.
I've only done it one time. I don't have your seasoning, but I've done it one time, and it is the best sleep on earth.
Wow.
Other than a colonoscopy.
I prefer it to a colonoscopy. I will say that. Yeah, I do. It's Monday. Happy Monday.
Hi.
Which means we're about a week away. Check this out. KQ's Rock the Pantry. It kicks off next Monday. Through November 21st, we will be collecting non-perishable food donations at the KQ Studios, 2000 Southeast Elm Street, for the Open Door Pantry. Every donor will get KQ swag and a shot to win awesome prizes like Minnesota Wild tickets, autographed pucks, and a signed Kirill Kaprizov jersey.
Wow.
Info at 92kqrs.com. Sponsored by MSP Plumbing, Heating, Air. Let's get on the Rockin' the Pantry tip. Come on,
hell
man.
Yeah. We aren't messing around with this food drive thing. A signed Kirill Kaprizov jersey?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Theoretically, that goes up in value every year that goes by, theoretically. So, and you're doing good at the same time.
It is November the 3rd, and our favorite math nerd, Matt Serwe, is in studio with us. Matt, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you doing?
All is well, considering we're in day 2 of wondering why we do this to ourselves twice a year with the clock change, daylight savings time, and whatnot. Okay, you study things that the rest of us pretend to know about. We discussed previously that you actually have an appreciation for calculus. Now, let's talk about the genetic predisposition for me to complain every time I move my clock. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
It makes no sense because people seem to think, we get more daylight. No, we don't. We just shift it. We just shift it earlier. Now I have it here. So here are our options. On the shortest day of the year, if we keep daylight savings time, or daylight saving, no, not plural, all year, that means the sunrise on the shortest day of the year is just before 9 a.m. in the Twin Cities.
Oof.
Okay.
And sunset is 5:30. So we at least get sun while we are driving home from work, in theory. If we keep standard time, that's what we know. 7:48 is the earliest sunrise. 4:34 is the earliest sunset. Now, this is where it gets tricky. If we keep standard time all year, if we don't mess with the clocks, sunset 8:03 on the longest day of the year. Is that good enough?
Yes.
In the summer?
Yeah. 8:03 is plenty good.
No.
Ryder is so anti 803 summer sunset.
Yeah.
I mean, it's painful for her to even consider such a thing. I just, you know what? I like you said, Matt. I would just adjust. I'll adapt. I'll get up earlier. I'll go to bed later. Whatever I need, I can make it make sense. The idea of doing this twice a year, and I was probably in my mid 30s before I ever even noticed, and then once I did, it really just got me. And now it just blows my brain apart every time now.
Now, I was a morning show guy for most of my career, for 12 of those years.
Right.
That was the worst. This is the easier of the two. Let's be real.
Sure.
Gaining an hour of sleep is okay. In the spring, where you lose an hour of sleep and you're getting up before 3 a.m., that's lunacy.
And you know what? The short day, when we jump ahead, it's always on the worst Sunday it could possibly ever be. And miraculously, for every person involved, it's always like, oh, I've got too much to do on this Sunday. How am I losing it this freaking day, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, it's I get it's probably, it's got agrarian roots. It's good for some reason they did this. But do we really need it anymore?
I don't.
No, I don't think so. And by the way, I'll let you know the next time I actually get an extra hour of sleep, as opposed to waking up at what should be 4 is now 3. So that's how that works with me. Matt Serwe's in studio with us on Gorman in the Morning. Okay, now let's look ahead. We've got a report today that by mid-November we could be seeing some Siberian activity that's going to lend itself to a good winter snowstorm here. I love the faces you make when people like me talk about the weather.
Yeah,
and tracking Siberian storm fronts.
Because the things that get the most eyes on social media, I could make just absurd posts with giant text saying Arctic outbreak, and I would have clicks up the wazoo, and it would be great for my social media presence since I've monetized it. But I like context, and we are going to cool down. There's going to be one shot of cool air coming in this weekend, and yeah, I have snow in the forecast, mixing in with rain.
Right.
But that's about on average. So we are going to see more colder pushes of air, but Siberian Express, pump the brakes.
So you're saying not a wintry mix by mid-November?
I'm saying, yeah. Oh, so what is it? As I'm trying to do math in my head, the 8th, November 8th would be Saturday. A mix of snow and rain, that's about typical for us.
Yeah, for sure.
And people are like, oh my gosh, it's too early.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Does anybody remember 1991? I don't know. I'm just saying. It used to be pretty common. Like when I went trick-or-treating, it was common to be freezing your butt off.
Yeah, and that's normal. And the last 30 years, our average first accumulating snow in the Twin Cities, so accumulating snow is 1/10 of an inch or more, is November 5th. So it should come the first week of November.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm not even talking accumulating snow this weekend as a guarantee. It's just like, okay, we might see a couple flakes in the air. So just embrace it.
Yeah, 100% embrace it.
Matt, what part of who has the most extreme weather? Like, what part of the country, year in, year out, has all of the worst, or for a weatherman, best stuff going on?
Honestly, it is places where not a lot of people live. It's the Front Range of the Rockies, anywhere from like McCook, Nebraska, through Rapid City up toward Williston, North Dakota, the oil fields up there.
Okay.
That's where you can get 70, 80 degree temperature swings in one day, and you can get 100 degrees at the start of a week and accumulating snow at the end of the week.
Wow.
That's insanity.
Yeah, that is.
Well, that answers the question, why don't people live there? Okay, that takes care of that. I have to imagine people tried, and then after a year said, I don't care. This makes no sense.
Let's put a rock with a bunch of presidents' faces on it. That'll bring people out there.
Be sure.
That's exactly what it takes. Matt, what musical artist have you seen the most times live?
Wilco is number 1. I think it's either Arcade Fire or Radiohead's number 2. I haven't added up. I think Arcade Fire might be 2.
Wow.
Very
Wilco,
good answers.
and then, no question. So do you go back to Wilco from the very beginning, like 95?
AM is fun to listen to. Blue Eyed Soul is such a jam. But then my favorite Wilco album, it's very, very controversial, The Whole Love. It came out at a very important time in my life, but people are like, oh, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, that's America's Sgt. Peppers. but that's not quite me.
Got it.
Wow.
Got it. Where do you stand on Sky Blue Sky, the ultimate dad rock record that divided the fan base?
Gosh, I really like it. It's so
too.
good. And Shake It Off, like a random song with a 7 break in the chorus. I was there either the first or second time they played it live in Madison.
Oh,
the day
nice.
after John Sturratt had his second kid, I believe. Yeah, trust me, I've seen Wilco probably close to 40 times, so don't get me started on the lore.
Right.
Oh, I love it, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, that's a great live band. Every iteration I've seen, every year, every tour, no matter what, I always walk out going, okay, then that's all the money worth I needed right there.
They got me down to the Ryman. I took a drive from Rhinelander when I worked up there all the way to Nashville, and I just bummed around Nashville and saw Wilco for a few days.
Wow, that's cool. That's a good trip.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any gigs coming up that you're looking forward to?
It was
By anybody.
So my coworkers will see my Radiohead Insanity over the next few days because they're playing shows in Spain over the next couple of days, and I will be watching live on TikTok. And these will be during my shift tomorrow and Wednesday, and I'm going to be losing my mind with, oh my God, they open with Planet Telex, I can't believe it, and I'll be crying in the Weather Center or something.
Now, have you done something I've seen other newscasters do, broadcasters on TV? Do you fold like Wilco and Radiohead lyrics into your weather reports ever?
I've tried. Back when I worked in Rhinelander in 2010, it was just when I had seen Radiohead for a couple of shows in the summer, and one of their newer songs at the time was called Identikit, and my friends challenged me to get that into a forecast, and by golly, I did.
Attaboy. Something told me that was going to work out just fine.
I planned a stumble where I said March was having an identity crisis, and I said March is having an identikit. I mean, identity crisis, because the weather was kind of weird.
Nice work. Slick.
All right. Matt Serwe, it's always a pleasure to see you, sir. So to recap, you don't want us to move the clocks again, and we're going to get like feet and feet and feet and feet of snow this month. Okay, great. Just making sure I heard that right.
Prepare now.
There it is. By the way, you did, and I should thank you because my next band will be called Clicks Up the Wazoo. So thank you for that.
I like it.
You bet.
All right, Matt, thanks. You're welcome anytime, brother. It's always good to see you.
You too, man.
Gorman in the morning. Coming right back. 92 KQRS. Streaming from 92KQRS.com. Gorman in the morning is back. 92 KQRS.
Okay, today's last word.
All right.
Next time you're watching a movie and you're trying to figure out who's the bad guy. Who's the bad guy going to be? Just remember this. If the bad guy is ever shown holding an Apple product, he's not the bad guy.
Okay.
Like an iPhone
Apple
or something?
has a clause, yes.
Okay.
If you ever see somebody in a movie with an iPhone, they are not the villain. That is an Apple clause. They're like, if you want to put our products in your films, you cannot have the bad guy use them. How about that?
Wow.
A few years ago, if you remember the movie Knives Out, the director of that film coughed that little tidbit up in an interview, and it really annoyed a lot of people because apparently that was a nice little industry secret. But everybody was like, "Oh, come on, dude! Now we got to work extra hard because people know." But anyway, just remember that next time you're trying to figure out, now is this guy going to turn out to be the bad guy? If he's got that iPhone, the answer is no.
Wow.
Which just goes
I like
to show
that
Steve Jobs is.
The only one with a Samsung in this group right here.
You are inconspicuous.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, now we have to wonder, is Ryder going to be the one that stabs us in the back? I know me and Fletcher aren't going to do it because we have iPhones.
100%.
It's exactly how that works. Hey, tomorrow on this show, we're going to have a few cool things to share with you. Wisconsin, Texas, Florida, WTF Fletcher's edition. Also, Jonah Alanto, the host of the Midwest Murder Podcast. Oh, let's get our true crime freak flag flying tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I will be coming to you from the friendly confines of Chicago, Illinois tomorrow morning.
Nice.
I look forward to bringing you up to date on what went down in Indy tonight.
Yeah.
Right now, however, Fletcher, what's coming up on KQRS?
I've got 2 opportunities for that TSO flyaway this time. So usually last week I just
Nice.
had 1. This time I got 2.
Game
and I go
on.
commercial free just after 11:45. Haven't even figured out music yet, so I'm going to wing that.
Okay.
Fair enough. I look forward to seeing what the result of all this winging is, Ryder.
Steve, you and the guys have an absolute blast tonight. I'm not going to say have a good show. I'm going to say have the most fun on the planet.
Yeah.
That's all I'm hoping for you.
Seconded.
Thank you very much, both of you. I will be sure to let you know.
Gorman in the Morning is also Gorman on the go. Get the 92 KQRS app and stream live or catch the Gorman in the Morning podcast anytime. 92 KQRS.